All right, today we're here with Shannon Brasher, and he's my son. Well, this is for the Friday Spotlight, so we're going to spotlight his new business. He started his business about, I don't know, a year ago, maybe 6 months ago.
Yeah, about 9 months ago now.
Yeah, so we're right
Yeah,
in the middle of that. So, anyway, the name of his business is Inside and Out Home and Property Maintenance, and he is here in St. Clair County. The job's good enough. I imagine he'd travel outside of St. Clair County.
that's right.
And we'll give you his number at the end of it. And we're just going to talk a little bit about what he actually does. So I know you do some drywall repair, which is nobody wants to do that.
Everybody hates drywall.
I hate drywall.
I hate it, but you know what? I'm good at it. So
Well, you got to do what you're good at.
right.
Yeah. And, since you lived at home, we never had much drywall. So you never got to tear much drywall up in our
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
But you also do, I know you do some decks. You just did a deck
I
recently.
do. Yep.
And
I do.
does it matter what size? Do you
Does
do any
not. We
size,
can
or-
we can do small stoops all the way up to you want a large covered 2-story deck. I can make it work for
I
you.
assume you do steps since you do decks.
I do steps.
All right. Well,
do
that's
steps.
good to know.
Yeah.
Do you do windows?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I do
Not
windows.
cleaning windows,
No.
installing windows.
I install windows. I'll install new doors in your house for you. If you've got an old rotted frame, I can come in there and fix it. Or if you just want to update to a more modern door.
Yeah. Yeah.
People here lately have been kind of just more modernizing houses more than having to fix them.
Well, it makes a lot more sense here lately
Yeah,
than buying
yeah.
a new house. I also know that you do fences because you did a fence over in I think it was Pale City a while back.
Yeah, yeah, I do. I do fences. I mainly stick to all wood slat fence. I try to stay away from chain link just because there's so many people in the game on chain link.
Man, you could throw a rock in our county and hit somebody that
Yeah,
does chain link
it
fences.
is. It's hard to be competitive in pricing when you have 50 people doing the same thing.
It really is.
So,
yeah.
I stay away from chain link. I'll do it if it's somebody that just needs it done, really wants it done. But I try to stay away from.
You
chain
do
link.
I know you do privacy fence, but do you do like ranch style fencing and that kind of stuff
I do.
too?
I do actually. I do the old school creosote post fencing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So again, that's one of those that if you want it, you just have to tell me, and I can set you up a price in a day for it.
Yeah. So, I was trying to think of what else you've done here lately that me and you've talked about.
I do tile.
Oh yeah,
I do
tile.
tile work.
Yeah, we were talking last night. He came by the house last night. We were talking about tile work, and he loves to do tile work. And I got to tell you, it's a special kind of person who wants to do tile because I absolutely hate it. I can do it, but I absolutely hate it. And Shannon seems to like it. So
Tile is one of those things that you either love it or you hate it, and there's no middle ground on it.
there's not a middle ground because I absolutely hate it.
It's there. There's also no middle ground on whether you're good at it or not. You're either good at it or you're not good.
That is absolutely true.
I've seen a lot of jobs where people tried their hand at tile and they're on the end that's just not good at it. And I've seen some their first time out was just beautiful at
I'm
tile.
not sure where you and Trey picked up tile work, but you and Trey are both really good at it. Trey did, my fireplace hearth and stuff and really turned out beautiful. And you guys didn't learn that from me.
No, I actually learned tile from Granddaddy.
Okay, so my dad taught you
right.
all that. Okay, well that makes more sense
Yeah.
because he's the one that taught me everything. And
Yeah, he taught me everything that I know about building and homes and
yeah, he gave you a whole school.
yeah. Well,
Everything.
when you work with him every day for years,
Yeah,
and he was of the old school way of teaching of I'm
Well-
gonna teach it to you this way, and this is how it's gonna be done. So
I'm gonna tell you, he was a lot softer on you guys than he was on me and my brothers.
yeah, and safety was not a way of life.
No, when
Some of my practices have changed. since
yeah, I
then.
can tell you when me and my brothers, we grew up in California, and they had some roofs on a place that was called National Technology that's not in business anymore. But their buildings were like 3 stories high just to get onto the roof. And
Oh, yeah.
they had those outside ladders that had the cages around them.
Yep.
And I can remember being around 10 years old, climbing that ladder by myself and getting up to the top and pulling a 5-gallon bucket with a rope up with
Yeah.
the tools and stuff in it. And, at that age, you couldn't hardly pull them up, and Dad would walk by and say, "Boy, when you gonna get them tools up here where we can work?" So
Absolutely.
it was a little harder on us.
I remember those days too. We did all the maintenance out at Altec down in Terrence City, and those roofs was the same way. When I first started with him, we didn't have any lifts or nothing. We had extension ladders, or hopefully ladders built on the side of the building.
I think I have a fear of heights to this day because Dad, now he was much of a man in his younger days. Well, even in his older days, but in his younger days, he'd fight a bear and tear him up. But I can remember as a kid, it was about, 10 or 15 feet up to the bottom of a plenum for an air conditioner we were installing. Yeah. And he said, "Climb up there and screw the bottom of that thing on." Now, mind you, we had an extension ladder, but there's no walls or anything to prop it on.
Yeah.
So he just stood there and held that ladder with his feet wide apart, and he said, "Now climb that ladder." I got to tell you, I was shaking all the way up there, couldn't hardly put the screws in that thing, and I still think that's why I'm afraid of heights to this day.
Well, I got good news for you. When I was working with him, he was in his late 60s, early 70s out there, and he was still doing that. I changed the gas valve on a unit with him holding the ladder because there was nothing to prop it on. You just went up and you held on to the gas line and...
Yeah. We probably shouldn't talk much about that. We'll have OSHA showing up out here somewhere.
I believe statute of limitations is probably gone with that.
But anyway, we just wanted to promote his business a little bit today. So if you guys are in St. Clair County or the surrounding counties here in Alabama and need a little bit of handyman work, which most people don't want to do the handyman. They either want you to build a whole house or some huge renovation. Nobody wants to do the small jobs.
Right.
That's kind of your niche.
Yeah, and there's nothing I don't do. Even if you just want to change your deadbolts on your house, call me. I'll come out and do it.
Or your faucets.
I cleaned a lady's gutters last month just because she was an elderly lady, and bless her, her husband passed away a few years back, and her gutters have just been overrunning. So she called up, and I went out there and cleaned all of her gutters out. She had a 2-story house.
Yeah. Apparently, your grandmother knows you can clean gutters, too, because she said something about when was we going to come down and clean her gutters.
Yeah.
So apparently she knows.
She does not live inside the county.
She does not.
She's outside of...
She's a special case, so we'll probably go do that.
Yeah. Again, though, I'll go anywhere as long as the job's right.
Got to pay, doesn't it?
Got to pay.
Got to be financially.
It's just, I can't go, to Hueytown to change a lock set. It just don't make financial sense.
No, that's true.
So,
anything else you want to tell us about what you do? I think we covered probably the highlights of it.
Yeah, I think we pretty much hit the highlights. We do anything. The reason we chose that name was because we'll work inside your house. We'll even come and cut your grass and clean your flower beds for you. It doesn't matter. If you have the need, I've got the skill and the equipment. So
there you go.
I
just happen to know, and I'm pretty biased, but my honest opinion is he does really good work. So if you guys need something, some kind of handyman stuff, give him a call. His number, I got his card right here. His number is 205-796-4882. Again, that's 205-796-4882. And his name is Shannon Brasher. I'm so glad you got to come on here. It's kind of unusual to get to do it with your own son. I'm doing everybody else's spotlights.
Seems like I'm always busy too.
You are busy.
I don't have time to do anything.
It actually took us, I've been asking you for a month or better, hadn't I?
Yeah.
So it took this long.
At least a month.
And I was about to walk out of here this evening. He just walks in the door. So I said, "You got time? We'll just sit down and do one." So.
And then I'm starting your stuff this coming week.
Oh, so, yeah. Hey, for the ones of you that watch our YouTube channel all the time, you've seen me do a promo video of we're building our new studio. Well, guess who's doing all the reno work from a new studio? So you guys will get to see some of his work along the way because I'm going to be videoing some of it. And so you get to see some of it in action. He's actually got to do some work on the outside, and he's got to build some walls and stuff on the inside, do some sheetrock work, even some installing a mini split.
We've got a mini split to put in. We've got a roll-up door to narrow and reframe a wall. And
that's right. Yeah, we're even changing the size of the roll-up door. So
it's gonna be a lot of work for all y'all that watch that. Y'all can follow along.
Yep, and even going to be doing some cutting some trees out from around it and stuff. So
Yes, we
there's
are.
there's quite a bit of work that's going to be going on. I wanted to get in there by the first of the year, but I'm starting to think that might be.
I'm thinking it might be February before.
Yeah, I'm thinking that might be
you can get in it.
a little ambitious on my part.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll try to get in there, but we're gonna have to get the mini split so it's warm there before we can do much work inside.
Yeah.
So anyway, you guys call him. That about it?
That's about it. Just
All
call
right.
for anything you need. My phone is on and available 24/7. I do emergency call outs if you have something that goes crazy on you in the middle of the night. So my phone is always on.
And I don't think hardly anybody does that anymore.
I do. Well, and that's the reason why, because doing a little research around here, I found that nobody's available after hours anymore.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And the cable guy, he shows up somewhere between 12 and 5 o'clock. They just don't tell you what day.
right.
Yeah.
And, it could be never.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
with my recent experiences with them.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to get out of here.
Yep.
We'll see you guys next Friday for the next Friday Spotlight. If you got a friend or a business that wants to do the promo on here, reach out to us. Let us know. Cost you absolutely nothing. We just like to support our local businesses, so that's what we do on Fridays here. Get out and check out the rest of our channel. We do all kinds of stuff: cooking, RVing. Heck, we do nonsense. We got all kinds of stuff on there. Help us out. Give us the thumbs up. Like and subscribe to our channel. Hit the little bell up there. Let you know every time we drop a video. All right, we're out of here. See you guys.
See you.